Oh, this is my mascot for the season. Well, nobody is here, so I'm alone. That's the only reason I take off my mask and leave it here as a reminder. So I'm going to address some issue that I heard is in the news, and I will advance some idea that's probably trivial and probably already known. I'm probably late with it, but I haven't heard of it, and if you haven't heard of the idea that the theory advancing, then so good. So it's two things that I'm going to put together and make a conclusion. One is that the black population is the coronavirus has spread disproportionately higher. It's more prevalent than on the average population. The other is that at the time they were pushing an idea, or a rumor that blacks were immune, they didn't have to worry about the coronavirus. And what I'm going to make a deduction from is, let's say that certain historical, 200, 400 years of black history, it's conceivable, not necessarily true, that they are more resilient against the virus. And let's wait out the howling. It's 8 o'clock. So the rumor that blacks don't have to worry about the coronavirus would exacerbate things by itself as a rumor, but even if it was true for some reasons that may be conceivable, that 400 years of conditions, the history in this country, and even more recent things, that black kids were more likely to kick a stone all the way to school, while their white counterparts got dropped off with a car in front of the school. So let's assume, for the sake of argument, that yes, black folks are more resilient to the virus. That would backfire. That would backfire and kind of explain why it spread more prevalently in black populations. Now, it may not be intuitive. Why would it backfire? And if you contemplate about it, you probably come to the same conclusion as I do. So, at one extreme, if you catch the virus and within a minute you turned over and died, the virus would spread very slowly, because it takes people, we assume, to spread it. So, on the other hand, if strong young people having the virus don't get sick, don't show symptoms, then they will spread the virus very fast. In fact, the World Health Organization, one of the warnings they gave is that the nastiness of this virus lies in that sometimes for 2 weeks you can walk around and not feel the symptoms, not get sick. And that means for 2 weeks you walk around infecting other people. And so it backfires. You are resilient, your population may be resilient, but that backfires. And then the vulnerable ones in your population will catch it and they will get very sick. So, what's the answer? What's the answer if this is true? I sure don't want to spread any rumors. That would devastate me if I would actually contribute to make it worse. Hopefully it doesn't happen, because here is the answer. Dr. Fauci, who probably we all will forget by July. Come July, we will not even remember his name. He has a weakness for the truth, so he'll be off the picture before we hear the first gunshots, which my crystal ball tells me will be in end of June. We will hear the first gunshots. That coincides almost with 4th of July. But things will change. Anyway, back to the virus. So the answer, if your population is more resilient, and there is this backfiring effect, is if Dr. Fauci suggests 6 feet, you double it to 12 feet. That will compensate for already a higher infected population. So you compensate for it. The lines in the store 6 feet apart, you double the distance. You skip a line. You leave the line in front of you and behind you empty. Step on every other line. 12 feet. That may be the answer. Now, for social distancing. I don't like the expression. It's too textbookish. They probably took it out from some university textbook, medical textbook, the expression social distancing. I just call it avoid people. Avoid people. This way the children can understand it. Might as well use the Latin word. I looked it up. Sociale intervallum. Sociale intervallum. That's the Latin word for social distancing. My expression is avoid people. No, on the lighter side, to that picture, the satellite picture of the virus. Yes, this satellite picture of the virus was probably taken somewhere over China. We have satellites everywhere in the world. And I'm late, as everybody else, with this discovery, but I should have thought, it's now middle of April. I should have thought of it a month ago to put that picture under a microscope, which I did just yesterday. And lo and behold, what I see. The whole thing is made up of letters, little writings, about over 100 of them. Little letters saying, stop global warming, stop global warming, stop global warming, at least 8 across in the diameter. So now we know the culprit. Now we know the special interest that's behind this virus. We already blamed the Chinese. We already blamed the World Health Organization. But now we know the special interest that's really behind the virus. One more thing. To the black folks. If you don't wanna be blamed. You know, these things will wear out. We will get tired of blaming the Chinese. We will get tired of blaming the World Health Organization. If you don't want to be blamed in a month or two for the virus, you take my advice and double that distance. Please. For your sake and ours. Good day.